Namo Namaha. Andariki Namaskaramulu. Today is the fourth and final day of our classes on Mahabharatam by Dr. Nagaraja garu. We will start the session with Prarthana and then hand over the session to him. Suklam Bharadaram Vishnu Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhautame Sada Hari Om. Now, let us request Nagaraja Rao garu to start the webinar, please.
Varadaram Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadhanam Dhyaye Sarvavignopasantaye Tadasiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. Good evening, all of you, and I also thank the organizers. So what I am observing is that organizers every day they are coming, including the elderly persons. All the persons are coming here with all patience and all these things for the sake of spreading the message of Dharma that is embedded in Bharat. It is a very great effort. With this few words about organizers, I would like to go directly to the subject matter because time given is very limited time. The limited time we need to cover at least one or two aspects of Dharma that is there. So here Mahabharata, actually if you begin to tell Mahabharata, as I was telling earlier before recording, it takes at least 6 to 7 months at least to tell at least a minimum glimpse of Mahabharata. If we want to give to any other person, it takes that much of time. But still, whatever it may be, given the limited time, we have to give some inputs at least, some inputs wherein which will be useful to the students at large. So with this aim in background, I would like to give you some inputs today also. Because Mahabharata, I don't think that Mahabharata is consisting of just stories only. But why the stories are woven around means the stories are woven around just to give the message of Vedas and where the Sanatana Dharmic values, principles and all this is are to be spread to the common people. So that is the reason why Vedavyasa has taken a lot of efforts to write this book. If you just read the story and leave it like that, you don't understand the implications of the story, implications why he has written that story. Each story has some reason to be written. So here also Vedavyasa has written one story, very beautiful story, this story. Some people may be knowing the story, but what is the dharma that is involved here? What is the intake that we take from this story? This is more important. Of course, I would like to tell, initially I thought of telling the story of Ekalavya, but anyway, subsequently, because it takes a lot of time, so I took the story of Shibi Chakravarti. Shibi Chakravarti story. Some persons may be knowing the story, still I will be telling the story. Shibi Chakravarti is one of the greatest kings in our what is called recorded here, in our what is called in our Itihasas and Puranas. Many places his name is getting mentioned. He's a great ruler, and he is known for his charitable work. Always he was trying to give something or other thing, danam like that. Danam, you know, danam means it is giving out something, bounteousness, giving to somebody who is in needy, he used to give like that. His name spread like anything to all the worlds. And ultimately, on one occasion, even Indra, God Indra and also Agni Deva, they wanted to test what is his nature of his danam. So they wanted to come and test him. So Indra, he assumed the form of a falcon. Falcon, you know, like a eagle type of thing. It's a much bigger one. And Agni Deva, he took the form of a pigeon. The falcon was chasing the pigeon, and pigeon was running out of fear for death. It was coming. When it was coming very near to the Shibi Chakravarti. Shibi Chakravarti was in the court on that day. It directly came to Shibi Chakravarti and fell on his lap. It fell on his lap. Shibi Chakravarti saw it. It was trembling like anything. At the time, Shibi Chakravarti was asking, "What happened to you? Why you are trembling like that?" It was telling, "My life is in danger." My life is in danger. I have come at your feet only. Because please protect me. Because one falcon is actually coming after me like that. In no time, falcon also came there. It also sat in one place. And it is being protected by the king. So it cannot directly come and take it away. So the falcon started talking in human language. But these are the things how a falcon can talk in human language and all these things. So we should not ask, because thing is that it is only a story. The story purpose of the story is to give a message only. This is the reason why you have to understand in that fashion. So falcon came and it started telling in its human language. It was telling, okay, this is pigeon. I am actually chasing this pigeon. This is my property. This it is with you only. Please give it back so that I wanted to eat it. Then the pigeon was trembling. It was asking for help. Then the king told, anyway, it has come to me and it has sought my protection and I have given the protection for it. I don't want to give it. Then the eagle, that falcon was telling, it is not correct on your part. How do you keep it? It is my prey. I would like to take it. Then the king was telling, no, no, it is not like that. You don't understand the nuances of Kshatriya king. A Kshatriya king is supposed to protect. Yesterday also we discussed the same thing. A Kshatriya king is supposed to protect whoever that comes for and seeks for refuge. So this has come here. This is seeking my refuge. It is seeking my refuge. Sharanagata Vatsalata. It demands that a Kshatriya king has to protect the other persons. That is in the Kshatriya, no, the derivation of Kshatriya is like that. Kshatat trayati iti Kshatriyaha, like that we tell. Kshatat trayati iti Kshatriyaha. That means a person who protects the persons who is in trembling condition, who is in difficult moods. If they come and ask, he has to give protection. And that is because of this reason, I am giving protection to the. This is my dharma, like that. The Shibi tells. When it is telling like that, it is actually it was asking. No, no, it is not like that. It is my prey, because when it is my prey, I have to eat it. It is God is given. God has given. What is called rat is actually a food for snake. Similarly, this pigeon is food for me, and I have to eat it, and you can't prevent it. It is adharma. One more thing I am telling you, King. If you are having some dharma and that dharma is going to hamper or it is going to do some damage to other person's dharma, then your dharma is not correct. So it is arguing like anything. It was quoting Vedas, and so it was telling that it is not correct. Then the king was telling, oh, you are actually, he thought it is not normal for Falcon. He must have come from some other place. It must be some great personality has come like that. But he was telling that I am not going to give it, because anyway the discussion is actually over the issue of what we can call food only. So you are telling, I agree. One person's dharma is going to give trouble to other person's dharma. At that time, the other person's dharma is not correct. That I agree for it. But anyway, what I am telling is that this is also, you are telling about a normal dharma, but I am telling about a parama dharma. Parama dharma is one wherein you have to protect a person who is in trouble for the sake of his own life only, because any himsa that is going to happen, that himsa is not actually tolerated. Any dharma which is going to violate the principle of himsa, that is not dharma at all. This is my version of what is called discussing dharma, like that Shibi argues. He is also having his own way of telling. He is also correct, and that is also correct. Anyway, at that point of time, he offered, Shibi Chakravarti offered, okay, anyway, you have come there. Anyway, the entire issue is around food only. I will give you any animal's food for that matter. Whichever animal you ask, that animal's food I will provide you. Please leave this one. Because I have taken a oath that I have to protect it. Because it is a parama dharma to protect a person, and also any dharma that is going to violate, that is going to do some harm for, or that is going to do some himsa, is not a dharma. That is why this, when you are eating it, it involves himsa. That is why I don't want to give it to you. Any other animal I can give. You may think that any other animal also same thing, no, but it is not like that. Here what you have to understand is that when Sibi was telling like that, he was telling about the any animal which is already dead. That animal's meat he wanted to give, not any animal that is living. He doesn't want to do any one more what is called himsa. Already dead animal, anything is there. Whichever animal you choose, that animal's food I can give you like that. But it is arguing it is not like that. I have changed it, so I have to take this one only. Then he told, then if you are not they are agreeing with my point of view, you only tell me what is the next alternative. And then the falcon thought for a while, and it told, can you give your flesh for the sake of this pigeon, because you wanted to protect it? Yes, okay, you can do it, but can you give its weight of your flesh? Can you give like that? He agreed. Okay, I can give. He immediately agreed. It is, you have done a great thing for me, because what you have done is great. What is called great thing you have done to me. I easily agree for it. And then he started cutting his limbs one by one, and he started putting on a balance. On one side there was a pigeon, and one side he was putting his flesh, cutting and putting, cutting and putting. And all the people were actually trembled in the court. People were saying how what king is doing like that. But ultimately, whatever amount of flesh he is putting it, the balance was in the side of the pigeon only. It was more weightier than this whatever flesh he is offering. Then the king himself went there and he sat over the particular spot. Immediately what happened is that both pigeon and the falcon disappeared, and immediately Indra and Agnideva were there on that spot. And this is a story. And here, what is the implications of this story? What we can understand from this story? This is more important. Can you tell me what is important here? Is it the kings protecting the life of a pigeon? Is it correct? Can anybody talk to me? No problem.
Yes, Shiva Chakravarti's protection of the pigeon was right.
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 It is actually one thing is there. Shenaha kapotan khadayanti iti shruti pramanaha. Like that it is there. In Mahabharatam it is mentioned. Shenaha. Shena means it is a falcon. Shenaha kapotan khadayanti iti shruti pramanaha. The Veda tells that this kapotam means pigeon is the food of Shena. That is how Vedas are mentioning. Can you violate the principle of Veda?
But then the pigeon has come for protection. And Raja has his own dharma of protecting anything that comes for protection.
But when he is protecting it, the king's dharma is actually deviating from the dharma that is dictated by the Vedas. That is the idea, sir, here. The idea is that the Veda tells something. It is telling that Shena kapotan khadayanti iti shruti pramanaha. Like that, it is mentioned here. When that is the case, there is a rule is there, he knows it, because Shiva Chakravarti in those days, all Kshatriyas were supposed to know whatever that is written down in Vedas. He knows the subject also, he knows the subject theory, he knows the subject. Then he is telling that I am having some Paramadharma. The Dharma says that Himsa should not be done for any purpose. So that I am not going to offer, I am going to protect it only, he is telling. But here there is a clash between two dharmas. When the clash between two dharmas, then what we should do? That is the idea here. The challenge is that one. What to do? Can we violate Veda? Any student, please? What do you feel? Any student? Nobody want to tell anything?
We cannot violate dharma, sir.
Which is dharma?
Vedas of saying that we should not cross dharma.
You could not cross dharma. Vedas dharma you should not cross. But he is doing the crossing the dharma, and then still people are praising Shiva Chakravarti like anything. People are telling that Shiva Chakravarti is a great person. How do you justify it? That is the question here. Here, thing is that Vedas themselves tell that if at all there is any practically you think over, because we are telling these things, this is the truth. But the Vedic truths cannot be easily interpreted, please. Vedic truths will be having some other place in Veda, maybe there are some other place, there may be a mention that even Himsa is there. Vedas only will be telling again that Himsa should not be there. Ahimso paramo dharmaha, like that. That is also being told by Vedas only. But there are two things are there in Vedas. One place it is telling that Shena is the food of Kapota, it is telling, and other place it is telling that Ahimso Paramo Dharma, it is telling. But that is the two places, it is two contradictory versions are there. Then it is not contradictory. Thing is that a person of reasonable intellect, he has to distinguish which is the correct one at the appropriate time. That is more important, please. This is what we are trying to tell. Here, thing is that there are certain rule will be there, certain regulation will be there. Sir, normally what we will be doing is that we normally go by one principle only, leaving aside other principles many times. So here, particularly Vedas, Puranas, and Gita, particularly Gita, also Bhagavad Gita, you will come across a lot of references. So all these places, there may be one place, one sentence will be there. At another place, some other sentence may be there. But here, prudently, we have to just distinguish which is correct. That is more important. Which is more correct and which is more apt at that particular point of time. This is called what we can call ethical way of deciding the things. So there are two aspects are there here. I would like to tell something about morals and ethics, please. Morals are something, ethics is something different. This we have to understand as students. Thing is that morals are those things which normally change from time to time, place to place, and person to person. They will be changing. So these three things I am telling: person to person, place to place, and also time to time they will be changing. Sometimes moral principles will be changing. So what I am giving you some example is that what is moral in some 100 years back may not be moral now. What is moral now may not be moral for another 100 years. So that is why it is also changes from person to person also. Person to person, there are some persons feel that this is the moral. Taking care of the parents when they are very aged is my moral principle, I tell. There is some other person who will tell that anyway I can't take care of them properly. It is better to keep them in the hospital. That is my moral principle, he tells. Which moral, both morals are correct only. So morals change from person to person. Place to place also they will be changing. What is moral in India may not be moral in Saudi Arabia. What is moral in some other country may not be moral here. So morals will be changing from time to time, place to place. Place to place also it will be changing, and person to persons also it will be changing. So this is why these are the moral principles are valid at that particular point of time. That is why I always emphasize that take some moral principle of the old tests in ancient tests. Some persons will be criticizing the test. Say this is what is written down there, Manudharma Shastra, it is written down. So burn it. It is not the way we have to think, no. Manudharma Shastra is a law book, to be frank. It is not a Hindu book. It is like a dharmic book. It is actually a law book. A law book at that particular point of time, that is a law. So that has been written down, coded version of law. That law has been put in Manudharma Shastra. Why should we now burn it? People have foolish knowledge. They will be doing all these activities across the country. Many persons you come across recently, also last week, also somebody has burnt Manudharma Shastra. Why should they burn it? It is a law book, to be frank. It is not even a religious book. It is a law book. Law book can't be destroyed like that. Our laws are there. Indian Constitution is there. Originally, how many articles were there? Very limited articles were there. Now it has increased to some 430 and above articles are there in Indian Constitution. It will be keeping up on the changing times and requirement. They will be evolving. So here also dharma also will be evolving, one thing. Second thing is that morals will be changing from time to time and place to place. Where whenever there is a conflict of this nature is there, ethics has to come into picture and play a great role. What is ethics here? Ethics is there, take the one moral principle, apply it for reason at that particular point of time. And when it is actually not clashing with the reason, that is called ethics. Ethics is actually derived from the moral by application of what is called reason. This way we have to understand. Apply reason for it. When you apply reason for it, what will happen is that then the reason is more important. Here, what is Mahabharata? Normally, the Mahabharata principle is that the very first story of Mahabharata was the second story of Mahabharata. It says that Ahimso Paramo Dharma, that is Ruru Chakra. Ruru, one character is there in Mahabharata. The Ruru character, Mahabharata wanted to tell the message that Ahimso Paramo Dharma, like that it will be telling. So Ahimsa should not be done. Anything that is going to do any harm to any person, that is called a life, then at that time it is actually a dharma only. So what is more important? Paramadharma is to protect the person from himsa. He should not die. Save the person first of all. Then that is dharma. I will be telling a small story once again. The small story is also there in Mahabharata. There was a mendicant was there. A person was sitting in the forest. When he was sitting in the forest, what happens is that some thieves were chasing and the villagers. The man was actually, the mendicant was, he has taken a oath. The oath is that what may happen, I will tell only truth. Because Satyam Vada is the dictum given by Vedas. Satyam Vada, you tell truth. That is given by Vedas. I tell only truth. He was having that principle. Everybody knows in the village and everybody knows. The thieves came there, running there, running there, running there. And then these villagers came running initially, and they were chased by the thieves. The villagers came running there and they hid in the ashram. The Swamiji has seen all those persons. Another 5 minutes, the thieves came. They were asking, where are those persons? You are the person who always tells the truth. We know it. Tell us. Then he told, yes, I know the truth. What is the truth? I will tell only truth. That have you seen any persons? Yes, I have seen the persons, because he wanted to tell the truth. You have seen the persons. Where are they? They are there. He has told the truth only, he has told. Then those persons, thieves came there, beaten them, caught hold of them. Some people were killed, and they took out the what is called ornaments and all those things, and then they ran away. And this man thought, what I have done is correct only, because I have told the truth only. And they died. I am not responsible for that. He thought like that. And when he died, and this Swamiji went to the higher lokas, then he wanted to go to Indra Loka. Indra told, you are not supposed to come here because you have done lot of wrong thing only you have done. What I have done wrong thing, he told, you are responsible for the death of so many persons. He told, I told the truth only. I followed the dictum of Vedas. And then he told, Vedas also tell that ahimso paramo dharmaha. That is also there which you have not followed. You have to distinguish which is correct at that appropriate point of time. What you have done is, you helped the thieves at the cost of these persons, which is wrong only. So you could not distinguish which is dharma and which is adharma. So dharma is that one which does not involve himsa. This is what the message that is going to be given by Mahabharata. This is one more story, of course. There are similar stories of this nature. Hundreds of stories are there in Mahabharata, wherein we come across different parameters of dharma. The discussion will be there. This, that, all those things. So this is the two stories I have told. If you want to ask any questions, it is already 7:20. If you want to ask any question, you can ask me.
Then Krishna said in Mahabharata that to find just to get Dharma, we can fight for so long. We should fight for Dharma. Krishna said it, right, sir? He said that if it is harmful, it is not Dharma. But Mahabharata, it is a very huge war, no, sir. It took many lives.
But here, what we have to understand is that Mahabharata actually, ahimso paramo dharmaha, Mahabharata is telling. But a big war took place. How it happens? That is your question. Very good question only. Thing is that here, Mahabharata war, why it took place?
Revenge, sir.
Why it took place? What was the reason for Mahabharata war? Because there are some persons, dushta persons are there. There is called those persons who are bad person, bad characters are there. Those bad characters have occupied the entire country, which is the rightful property of some other persons. That is there. Because yesterday I was telling, you are a police officer. When you are a police officer, if a thief, if you catch hold of a thief, can you leave him like that, or can you beat him? You have to beat him only, no? That is dharma. Dharma dictates that you have to preserve dharma in the planet. That is more important. The small battle is not important. The small battle doesn't matter. What is more important is preserve dharma in the planet. That is more important. Suppose if Kauravas are left like that, they will do similar type of wrongs to many other persons. They will do all wrong things only to other persons also. Because what they have done, they have caught hold of a lady. They dragged the lady to the court, try to disrobe her. One big mistake. Second thing is that they have indulged in the game of dice and deceitfully they defeated Dharmaraja. The second thing. Third thing is that they have taken out their entire property. Property, what is the property means? What is the kingdom? Dharmaraja has acquired the great kingdom, big kingdom he has acquired. That entire kingdom they have taken out without any battle, small battle. They have taken out the entire thing. And these people, when they came back with all these things and they were asking back, they were not giving back. Those type of bad person, should you leave in the planet? They have to be killed, no? Because we have to do our duty. That is also more important. in the name of dharma, because here you have to protect the dharma. Says that you have to do your duty also. As a Kshatriya, you have to do your duty. When you are not doing that duty, that is a wrong thing. They Pandavas, that is why only they don't want to wage a war against Kauravas. Initially, they sent Krishna. We wanted actually what is called a Sandhi. Let us have a Sandhi. In the Sandhi, we want only 5 villages only, let them give. We are very much happy with that, and we will rule those 5 small villages only, and we will build our own kingdoms later. And we want like that only. We don't want to fight with you. But the 5 villages also he has not given back. He could have given that 5 villages at least. That he has not given. Then what to do? If somebody is going to come and he is actually trying to do some wrong thing to you, should you keep quiet? That is why in the Indian Penal Code, even now also it says that if somebody is going to try to kill you, it is okay. You retaliate and kill him. It is not a crime. Only thing is that you have to prove it in the court of law. Because you have to save your life, no? Pandavas also, they have to save their own life. They have to save. That is there, no?
But in the process, many innocent lives were killed, no, sir?
The innocent lives, they have joined the party of Adharma, no? Innocent people, they should not join Adharma. They should join to the forces of Dharma, dharmic forces only. They have joined the adharmic forces.
But
Why
they
11?
also but they restricted for their dharma like Bhishma, Dronacharya.
Because actually, nobody asked them to join, no? Because the Duryodhana, when he was asking so many kings, all people were coming and joining him. Because they are supporting Dharma. That is why only there is a great principle is a karta karayita chaiva perakascha anumodaka, like that it will be telling. The person who commits the crime, the person who encourages the crime, the person who promotes the crime, the person claps the crime, all the persons are responsible for a criminal act. So here, when the Duryodhana, everybody knows that he has dragged Draupadi to the court. He has put all Pandavas in the lack house and they try to kill all those persons by burning the entire thing. And he has taken out the property of Pandavas and again he is not giving back. Even if they ask for 5 villages, he is not giving back. His adamant nature, everybody knows. Still people are joining him. What to do? All those persons are bad characters only, then they have to be eliminated.
సో మరి ఇవన్నీ అంటున్నాం కానీ ద్రోణాచార్యుడు ఉన్నారు ఏకలవ్యుడి అది ఎందుకు తంబు ఎందుకు తీసేసుకున్నాడు ఒక గురువు అయ్యుండి
పెద్ద కథ చెప్పడానికి చాలా టైం పడుతుంది కదమ్మా మరి.
అంటే అది కాదు, అది అధర్మమే కదా అతను చేసింది.
అధర్మం అని కాదా, అవునా కాదా ఇంకొక రోజు క్లాస్ పెడితే చెప్తాను దాన్ని.
అంటే మా చిన్న దాంట్లో మేము
చిన్నగా ఇప్పుడు గ్రేట్ ఇష్యూస్ నాట్ అండర్స్టూడ్ ఇన్ సింగిల్ లైన్. It should be explained.
That is why
it should be explained. Otherwise, if you are having a specific doubt, you can call me. I will tell you.
Okay.
I have my own video. I will send you. You can see it.
No, we can simply say also. We can simply say one way. Ekalavya is supporting Jarasandha, who is Adharmi. Ekalavya belongs to the kingdom of Jarasandha.
That's correct, sir. But of course, the thing is that
that is the main reason why Drona is finally not the. All these cinema stories, you don't believe that. What Mahabharata told you, you have to understand that. In Mahabharata, it is an argument was given that why it has been killed. Why has been asked that this thing. He was in the kingdom of Jarasandha.
It is a learning set by coming to these classes.
He is a supporter of Jarasandha. That's why that action was taken by Dronacharya, because he has committed to Hastinapuram that he will protect Hastinapuram. That is the reason, in short.
There's a big story, because somebody has asked.
But in short, you can understand like this.
There are many issues are there in Ekalavya story. Those story, if you want to understand those stories, and again,
caste system and all these things are biased views. Don't get carried away by those things.
Even those things also I discussed, sir. Those things also I have discussed. Caste issues also I have discussed. So if you want to really see the entire thing, you can search by Karanam Nagaraja. You can search it and you can find the video. Otherwise, you can put me a message. I can give you.
Thank you.
because there is a lot of discussion is there. Almost 45 minutes I have discussed the Ekalavya story. That is why. Ekalavya story, how the Dronacharya is correct and how Ekalavya is not correct also I have discussed it. With all reasons only, not thinking that you just believe it. No, I have not told. With all logic only from Mahabharata, not from any other place.
I will forward that video to.
Yes, sir.
We have one which you have told for this CCSD course in the morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That you can forward, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Is a good, question you people are asking. Any other
Yes, sir.
questions you have? There will be a lot of questions. Only thing is that, don't think that time is up. You still have another, can we have another 5-10 minutes, sir, from you?
Sir, 7:45 I have some other class, sir. 7:45.
Okay.
Uh,
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you feel that there is any genuine question from your side, please do ask. Otherwise, we will go for Prarthana and then Janaganamana. Anybody can do Prarthana from student side? Sarve bhavantu sukhinah.
I think all are new.
Okay. All are new, so we will have it separately. So I will do Prarthana after that. Okay. We'll after that Janaganamana. Om Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani paschyantu. Ma kaschit dukbhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Guru Bhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Okay, thank you. And let us close with Janaganamana. So let us request Challa Chitti Babu Garu to recite Janaganamana piece.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद
Jai Hind.
जय हिंद
జై శ్రీరామ్ జై శ్రీరామ్
ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు.